Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. We details myself Vikash and this channel is all about auto detailing. Today I'm here at Tirunelveli to detail one of my favorite clients' cars, and he has got some vintage collections, a 92 Fiat and a 96 Hindustan Motors Ambassador. So I'm gonna detail them. And he once, like a month back, he asked me, he called me up and he said that I'm in Tirunelveli and can you like come all the way from Chennai to Tirunelveli and detail my cars? And I said, why not? So here I am, and I have Dinesh with me who's going to help me out with all the detailing. I have all my belongings here, detailing machineries, microfibers, pads, again some chemicals and other tools, microfibers, and of course my back. So that's everything. I hope you enjoy the video. That a lot more coming up on my episode of Finance and Reserves. Stay tuned.
After the fresh up, we went out for a breakfast. The owner was kind enough to lend us his Royal Enfield Thunderbird, and we enjoyed riding it. Here's the big project we were there for, a 92 Fiat Premiere. It was beautiful with all that white top and beige bottom. I personally loved the color combination. But yeah, it had defects on the paint, and here's the look in direct sunlight. I hope you can spot those severe swirls and scratches. And also, it had buffer trails from the previous paint job. Anyways, that's the reason I was called, and I'm gonna fix all that on this beauty. Though the car was washed nearby, I still had to wash it again with my waterless wash shampoo to make sure it was free of any oversurface contaminants, cleaning one panel at a time, spraying enough liquid down there so that there's enough lubrication, and using a clean microfiber towel will effectively clean the surface without scratching it. As the whole car had gone through a paint job recently, the paint was very smooth, and that was the reason it was being scratched easily. You can see me flipping my microfiber towel. That's because I want to avoid cross contamination from one panel to another, and in this case also to avoid the scratches because the paint here is really smooth. I clean the panels one by one, take my time, clean them slowly, and then move on to the next step, that is measuring the paint thickness. And the readings I got were somewhere in between 300 to 500 microns, as it had a paint job. And here's the test spot. So every time I start polishing or compounding a car, I do a test spot, and here are the results of a test spot. So that gives me a rough idea of about what pad combination and what compounds I'm going to use. So I start polishing the top, the roof first, the white paint, and my friend Dinesh, he masks all the integrate parts that we are not supposed to touch with the polishing pad to avoid cross contamination. The roof had very minimal defects, so just a couple of passes were enough to get it done, and that was done quickly. So I moved on to the bonnet. Having really soft paint, there was huge paint transfers, so I had to clean the pad frequently because I don't want the paint residue to get back on the surface and create problems by contaminating it. So I was cleaning the pad frequently for every pass or two. While I was using the 5-inch polisher, Dinesh grabbed the 3-inch and worked on the smaller areas. And soon by evening, we were done with the paint correction process. For the paint protection, I used a paint sealant to seal the surface, leaving behind high levels of gloss and slickness. This would make sure the paint retains its shine and depth of gloss for a longer period of time, also protecting it from sun's UV rays and other environmental chemicals. After this step, the car will be left untouched for 24 hours for complete curing and maximum results. Please wait for the results until the end of this video, as now we're going to start with the ambassador. Next day in the morning, we moved the Fiat and parked Ambi in its place. We started early because we knew this wasn't a day's job. Here's the 96 HM Ambassador, also repainted to pearl black finish, again soft paint. I taped here to carry out a test spot. The paint on this one is heavily trashed out, plus it's black and black stuff to maintain, especially when there's no paint protection over it. Anyways, now that I'm here, it'll all be taken care of. We begin with removing the number plates, as they were accessible and removable in this Ambassador, unlike the Fiat. So to get the contaminants and the dirt behind the number plate, and also prep the surface and protect the paint beneath it, we had to remove it. And just see how dirty it was. I hope you can see the dirt, all that watermarks behind the number plate. Anyway, I'll clean the surface and start claying it. After washing the car, I begin with claying, and this was carried out to remove the oversurface contaminants that weren't easier to come off in the washing process. So claying helps in removing the contaminants. Swirls and no swirls. So this is after compounding and polishing. Dinesh repeated the same steps with the 5-inch polisher, and this time I grabbed the 3-inch one. And with this perfect 50-50 shot, we wrapped up for the day because we didn't want to continue as it was getting darker, and we didn't want to jeopardize anything by walking in the dark. The next day I started with fresh panels, and the other 50% of the boot was done by Dinesh. A special thanks to Dinesh for coming along with me all the way from Chennai, and without him this would have been really difficult, and this ambassador took us 2 days, and I'm sure without him it would have been maybe 3 or 4. So a special thanks to Dinesh. There are some areas where our polishing machines cannot access, and here Dinesh is using microfiber cloth wrapped around his fingers to polish out such surface areas. Usually places like this are neglected, but we are here to keep it 100. It was almost 5 p.m. and paint collection was coming to an end. And for paint protection, I used turtle wax spray on ceramic coating. And I don't want to talk about the results because I just want to show you guys how it looked after paint protection with turtle wax spray on ceramic coating. Just wait for the results, and I'm sure you love it. These were the two cars that I came for detailing. But looking at the work results, the other neighbors also gave us their vehicles for detailing, and then we went on to detail this, 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 and this. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting and subscribe to my channel for future episodes of Finance and Preserve. Give a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you.